The countdown is over. Nintendo's next generation is finally here. The Switch 2 is launching this week, and with it, the biggest digital stampede the eShop has ever seen. Mario Kart World. The long-awaited, next-gen racing phenomenon is arriving day one, and it's not just available in stores. It's bundled digitally. Millions of players across the globe will be firing up their brand-new consoles, scratch-off cards in hand, racing to redeem that code. Racing not just in-game, but to beat the eShop servers to the finish line. But here's the kicker. Even Nintendo doesn't know what's going to happen. According to former Nintendo marketing veterans, Kit Ellis and Krysta, two voices who helped shape Nintendo's messaging for years, the Switch 2's digital launch isn't as predictable as you might hope. While the excitement is boiling over, behind the scenes, there's a quiet tension, a tension built from not knowing if the infrastructure will hold. Because let's be clear, this isn't just another console launch. It's a convergence of chaos. First, millions of Mario Kart World download codes will need to be redeemed the moment the console boots. Second, existing Switch owners? They'll be logging in, trying to re-download entire game libraries, transfer profiles, sync cloud saves, all at once. Third, add the global nature of the launch. The wave begins in Japan, hours before it slams into Europe, then America. It's a tidal surge of demand, a perfect storm. So what's Nintendo doing about it? The answer, they're preparing, but they won't know for sure if it'll work until it happens. Ellis paints a sobering picture. There are teams right now, buried deep within Nintendo's walls, whose only job is to plan for the worst. For weeks, maybe months, they've been simulating, pressure testing, predicting. Asking the critical questions, what if the eShop goes down? How do we communicate with players if codes don't redeem? What can we do in real time if the servers get overwhelmed? But even with all this planning, there's a brutal reality. No amount of preparation guarantees stability. Every second after midnight, a wave of new users will be slamming into Nintendo's digital walls. And if you've been around for any major digital launch, whether it's a console, a game, or even Black Friday sales, you know one thing: the internet doesn't wait. And it rarely forgives. But here's what's reassuring. Kit Ellis isn't worried. He knows the teams. He knows how Nintendo operates. And he's convinced that if something goes wrong, they'll fix it fast. Because that's what makes Nintendo different. It's not just a company that makes games. It's a company that listens. And right now, teams in Redmond are likely watching Japan with hawk eyes, monitoring, adjusting, preparing to communicate at a moment's notice. Ellis even hints at internal calls between the regions, Japan, Europe, America, constantly checking on how the rollout is going. And that connection? That vigilance? That's the reason fans may be able to rest just a little easier. Because at the end of the day, this launch isn't just about digital codes and cloud saves. It's about memories waiting to be made. It's about first races with your little sibling. It's about grandparents picking up a Joy-Con to join in. It's about unlocking a track and remembering the first time you played Rainbow Road. Yes, the servers might strain. Yes, things might go wrong. But on the other side of that wait is magic. So, are you ready? Because in just hours, the Switch 2 era begins. And whether the eShop crashes or runs smooth, we'll be there, together, turning power on and racing into a brand new world. Make sure you're subscribed, hit that like button, and let me know in the comments. What's the first thing you're downloading on your Switch 2? Are you ready for Mario Kart World? Or are you bracing for digital impact? Thanks for watching. And remember, when it comes to Nintendo, anything can happen.